Hello and welcome back, my friends, in new lecture in this course, Controlling Workplace Hazards. We're still with the different types of work platforms, and today we go to the next point about mobile tower scaffolds. Mobile tower scaffolds are often used for painting and maintenance jobs, and they are light duty scaffolds, and their use should be restricted to light work only. And they have a working platform at the top, which is accessible by a ladder fitted internally. Also, it can be constructed using normal scaffolding tubes, and the wall structure is usually mounted on wheels so that we can move it easily. So as same as the previous different type of platforms, the main hazards associated with the mobile tower scaffolds are almost the same. So we have the falls from the work platform, objects falling from the platform, collapse of the structure, toppling of anybody walking on the platform, also contact with alive overhead facilities like electrical cables. And for this type of working platform, we must consider the condition of the wheels. So any broken or failure or wrong movement of the wheels can lead to severe accidents. And for the safety precautions for safe use of the mobile tower scaffolds, it's almost the same of the previous cases of platforms. So the tower must not be overloaded, and it must be sited on a firm and level ground. Also, the tower must be built by trained workers, and the employer must provide safe instruction of using the mobile tower scaffolds. So the people shouldn't climb up the outside of the tower. And we should consider the rule of the outriggers, that it should be used where necessary to ensure the stability of the tower. And we have to plan very well to the task we are going to carry out, so we can know if we are going to be in contact with an overhead facility, to avoid all hazards associated with it. And as we discussed before, the guardrails and two ports must all be fitted to the work platform. And you must know that it's forbidden to move the tower while people or material on it, because really you cannot imagine when the tower collapses or the wheels break during moving and how much loss it can happen to whether people on tower or people on the ground near it. Next platforms we have is the mobile elevating work platforms. And actually they are motorized vehicles or trailers with powered extending arms supporting a work cradle. And also they have the same hazards associated with the previous types of work platform. So we have falling from height, falling objects from height, collapse of the mobile elevating work platform, toppling of the platform, and the contact with the overhead facility. So automatically we almost have the same safety precaution like previous cases. It must be sited on a firm and stable ground, it must be away from overhead facility, and it must be not overloaded, and also health and safety instruction must be provided to all workers. And here we must use barriers around the mobile elevating work platform to prevent it being struck by vehicles or mobile plant. And it also acts to keep people out from underneath the cradle. And also guardrails and two ports must be used, and the vehicle must not be driven while the cradle raised unless specifically designed to do so. And it must be driven and operated by only trained and authorized staff only. So here we finished the discussion about different types of working platform. Last point we have in this lecture is about inspection of the access equipment. As we explained in the part 1 of this course that it's a good management practice and usually a legal requirement to inspect the scaffold routinely. And the scaffolds should be inspected when they are first erected, and after any alteration of any element of it, and also after a major accident, like being struck by a vehicle, and also after a weather condition like high winds. And in general, it must be inspected periodically to make sure it's in a good condition. And during our inspection, we must inspect the condition of the tubes and the bracing, also the condition of the work platform and the edge protection used like guardrails and two ports. And don't forget the ground condition and the safe access, and also inspection of the electrical power components and wheels and outriggers. And after we are done with the inspection, details of these inspections should be carefully recorded, and it's particularly important that any defects noted are acted upon. And these inspections are not only for the working platform, but other work equipment used for work at height should be also inspected, like ladders, mobile towers, scaffolds, full body harness, lanyards, anchors, point, and safety nets. So here we finally covered all points related to the section of working at height. I hope that all points are covered clearly. Please find the attached links with this lecture, and also you can find some revision question you have to answer to make sure that you understand all points clearly. Thanks for watching and see you in the next lecture.